everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today I actually wanted to do a video about how to travel for less money, how to travel on a budget, travel cheap, whatever you want to call it. I feel like this is one of the biggest blocks that prevents people from traveling is finances, and this is probably one of the most Googled travel topics on the internet. So I thought I would share some tips and tricks that I have picked up over the years that I have been able to travel. So I have a list on my phone, so that's why I'm going to be looking down a little bit about just different ways that you can save money and be able to travel, because honestly I feel like a lot of people think if you don't have a lot of money then you can't travel, but that's just not true. There are ways you can travel for not very much or for less. The first thing is choose your destination carefully. I feel like, if you're gonna go to Scandinavia or Iceland, somewhere like that, you're going to be paying a lot more money for just everyday things than if you were to go to Southeast Asia or South America or something like that. Of course, if you really want to go somewhere, still go. There's ways to save money. Everyday things, accommodation, food, tours, whatever it may be, is going to cost more than other places, depending on where you are. Tourist traps, I think we all know about them. If you go somewhere very touristy, the Eiffel Tower in Paris or the Taj Mahal in India, I don't know, wherever it may be, prices are going to be skyrocketed. So maybe, for example, if you still want to go see something that's well known, still go see it, but know that if you're gonna be buying souvenirs or eating at restaurants or doing things around that big tourist trap, things are going to be really jacked up price-wise. There are also so many things that you could do in every country that aren't big tourist traps if you do your research. So also know that just because something isn't super popular isn't worth seeing, and there are very many hidden gems out in the world as well. Another thing is to travel off season. I know that not everyone maybe can do this, but I feel like the hot times for traveling many times is holidays and the summer. If you're able to travel sometime that's off season, that's definitely going to be better for your budget. My favorite website to use when booking flights is called Skyscanner.com. It allows you to put in as many or as little destinations as you want. It's very flexible, and when you do that, it scans all the different airlines and gets you the best deals. It not only scans different airlines but different websites, whether it's the direct website or third-party websites, that can get you a better deal as well. And also what you can do is, if you don't have a set date in mind, you can click on Skyscanner and do, like, say you want to fly in May but you're open to when you're flying, you can do entire month and it'll show you what the starting price is of the flight. What I like to do is, a lot of times what sites will do is basically grab like the cookies on your computer or your search history, or even I've heard like the model of the computer that you have, and it will adjust the price according to all these different factors. So you could be paying more money because of this. So what I like to do is I like to go into incognito mode, or just like ghost mode, whatever you want to call it, on your computer, so that Skyscanner can't see, or like Google Flights, whatever you're using, or even when you're booking hotels as well, so that they can't see anything, any information about you. Another thing I like to do when traveling is staying at hostels. This is definitely a way to save money when traveling, for sure. So for me, I feel like I mostly, when traveling abroad with either myself or friends, we always do hostels. And there's so many different options out there, whether you want to do a hostel room that's just for 2 people or a hostel room that's for 20 people. There's definitely different options out there, and that's definitely the most budget way to travel. And it can also be a lot of fun because you get to meet people along the way. Sometimes, because I'm an introvert, I have like a love-hate relationship with hostels, and sometimes I just want my own space. But at the same time, I've also had a lot of great memories at hostels as well. So I do really love them. And sometimes hostels even have private rooms, which of course are more expensive, but those private rooms can be cheaper than average or normal hotel rooms as well. And for hostels, I like to go on to hostelworld.com to find hostels in the area that I'm going to. Another way to save money is also to use public forms of transportation. I feel like a lot of places that people travel to, especially around Europe, for example, are bigger or main cities which have normally great metro systems. So being able to use the metro and learn that is a great way to save money, because Ubers and taxis and all of that can get expensive. There are actually a lot of free things to do around in different cities when you look into it. When I go to hostels, or maybe even sometimes hotels, almost every single time they have a free walking tour. That is the best first thing to do when you arrive into a city, because you get to, learn the sights, see what's around you. It's free, and if you're at a hostel, you can meet people. Another thing that I like to do sometimes, if I'll be staying at a place for a week plus, or in the country at least, is to get a local SIM card, because it's definitely nice to be able to use your phone and have service, be able to call people. It's also a sense of safety, and international fees can be very, very expensive, so depending on your plan and all of that. But getting the local SIM card is definitely a way that will allow you to use your phone, and it usually doesn't cost very much money at all. So look into that option. A lot of times when you arrive in an airport or whatever, they have SIM cards on the spot. Also, be aware of ATM charges that you have on your card. A lot of the times when you take out cash, there may be an extra charge. So look into that before you go. Maybe take out money before you leave, or exchange currency before you leave as well. If you have to take out money, maybe take out a bigger sum of money, so you're taking out money less times, so you're having that charge less times as well. Also, you can always make money while you're traveling as well. There are options. I actually made a whole video about different programs for adults that allow you to travel and make money. I was able to go on a working holiday visa in Australia, and that allows you to do that. So there are different ways outside of just being a typical traveler, tourist. You can always make money while you travel. So those were the main things that I wanted to share when it comes to being able to travel on a budget. I think really the biggest fees that you pay when traveling are your flights and your accommodation. So if you could just focus on, or at least start to focus on, those two main things, that will really help you to save money. So like I said, skyscanner.com, along with looking at hostels, so hostelworld.com. Sometimes you have to be a little bit creative and see what works and what doesn't. But if you have any travel tips that maybe I missed or wanted to add, let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and possibly learned something new from it. And let me know if you're traveling anywhere soon or where you'd like to travel. And I hope to see you in a future video. Bye.